Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I'm going to show you how to remove and replace the EGR valve on any complete user engine. So as you can see, in today's episode I'm working on this Seat and this has the engine 1.4 TDI. This is only a 3-cylinder engine, and as you can see right here underneath this engine cover, the EGR valve on this car, it's blocked. It's not working as it should work, and it's looking in a very bad condition. So as you can see, because on this car the EGR valve is not so expensive, it didn't work to clean it. The best way was to replace it completely with a brand new one. So as you can see, this is how it's looking on this car. This is the condition of the EGR valve, and if you want to remove it, you'll have to remove the 3 screws which are securing it mounted to the intake manifold, and then you'll have to remove this big hose which is going into the intercooler, and then you have to remove 2 vacuum hoses from the vacuum lines. So as you can see right here in this box, I have the new EGR valve. I bought it from Nissan's, and I think the price was about 18 euros, something like that, with a brand new one and also with a very good warranty on it. And as you can see, I also have the 2 washers which are going into the pipe from the turbine and from the EGR cooler. Also, I recommend all to compare the new part with the old one, just to make sure that everything is the exact same part, that everything is perfectly, and you will be able to mount it on your car very safety and easy. Okay everybody, so as you can see, first thing which you'll have to do is to remove this hose from right here, which is going from the EGR valve to the intercooler. You'll have to use a set of pliers. Doesn't matter if you don't have the exact pliers, just use any regular pliers which will help you to push a little bit to the metal clip, and in this way you will be able to remove the hose completely from the EGR valve. Also, you'll have to remove it from one end, and you'll also have to remove it from the other end. And this is how it should look also on your car. After that, as you can see, you'll have one bolt right here in the corner, then you'll have another one in the other corner, and the last bolt from underneath. You won't be able to reach it unless you remove first the metal pipe which is going from the EGR cooler or from the turbine to the EGR valve. If you want to remove the pipe from the EGR valve from underneath it, you won't be able to put your tool because the space is so small, and I recommend all to remove the 2 bolts which are securing this intake pipe which is going into the turbine from the air filter. You'll have to remove the 2 bolts which are securing it mounted to the engine, and after you remove them you'll have a little bit more space because you'll be able to push it a little bit to the back of the car. You'll have to push it a little bit, and only after that you'll have enough space to put your tool and remove the bolts which are securing the metal pipe from underneath the EGR valve. case, I was able to remove the EGR valve very easy and fast because the engine is a little bit smaller than most of the engines. I have enough room to work with, and the EGR valve is mounted right here in a very good spot. But on different engines, on different size of engines made by Pump Diesel, it won't be so easy because the EGR valve can be mounted in a different place or in a very tight spot, and you won't be really able to remove it unless you put a little bit more effort than I did right here in this video. But as you can see, right here I have the old EGR valve from this car, and right here it is the new one. From here, all I have to do is to mount it back on the car. I will not show you guys the entire process of how I install it back on the car because it's exactly the same as you disassembled it earlier. So as you can see, right here I already placed it over the intake manifold. I will have to install the vacuum lines, and then I'll have to install the rest of the pipes, which I will have to install over the EGR valve. Right here I already installed the two pipes which are going into the vacuum of the EGR, and right here I installed the two bolts from the top and the one bolt from the bottom. And if you want to reach the bolt from the bottom, you'll have to remove the two bolts which are securing the pipe mounted to the EGR valve, and only after that you'll be able to push it a little bit to the side and you'll be able to reach the third bolt from underneath the EGR valve. So as you can see, from here I will only have to put the bolts from under the EGR valve. I'll have to secure everything. I'll have to put the new washer between the EGR valve and the bottom pipe. Always replace the washer, or if you don't have a washer, make sure to put it back. The old one, make sure to put it between those two parts, because otherwise there will be some air leaks and you will lose some pressure. Right here I installed everything back on the engine as it's supposed to be installed. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video and found it informative, please leave a like and a comment down below. See you next time.